Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. How we feeling, Rams fans? How we feeling? I think, boy, I'll tell you what though. The, I mean, the Rams know how to really raise your blood pressure. you know, because I'm watching this game and it's like why are we playing down to the level? But I'll tell you what though. Immediate reaction. Immediate reaction. The Panthers are for real. The Panthers, I'll give them one more season. Well, this was their one more season. Next year, they're going to be a lot better. You know, I personally underestimated them a lot throughout the season. And if you were to tell me at the beginning of the year that we were going to be 2-2 against the NFC South, I would have just laughed at you. I mean, these are 4 easy wins. And we lost to the Panthers and we lost to the Falcons. And if you were to tell me that we were going to go and play the Panthers on their home field in the playoffs and the game was going to be as close as it got, I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't have believed you. It's just that simple. Watching this game today really gave me kind of a flashback to Rams Panthers 2003 back in St. Louis, where we went to double overtime until Jake Delhomme hit Steve Smith on an inside slant for 67 or 69-yard touchdown, catch and run in double overtime. 23-29, I think, was the score. The Panthers go on to play the Eagles, beat the Eagles, and lose to the Patriots in the Super Bowl back in 2003 or 2002. No, that was the 2003 season. So, I was like, oh, here we go again. I mean, initially speaking, first quarter went just as well as you would expect. Scored 2 touchdowns. We scored a first touchdown off a fourth down conversion that they couldn't make. And then we're up 14-0, and then 14-7, and then 17-7, 17-14. And I'm just like, oh, you don't want to give them momentum. And they got the momentum. And I'm sure that the Rams front office is going to be seeking to get cornerback in the first 3 rounds. We need a cornerback badly because you can't make Coker, who had about 334 yards of receiving yards the entire season. And then in today's game, he had 12 targets, 9 catches, 134 yards, and 1 touchdown. He had over a third of his entire season reception yards in one game against the Rams. And we tend to do this. I mean, you look at Michael Wilson from the Cardinals, the entire season he's not doing anything, then comes against the Rams, and he's having a career day. Juwan Jennings, earlier this year and last season, doesn't do anything the entire season except against the Rams. We have a habit of letting number 2 receivers and number 3 receivers just go off, and we don't have an answer for them. McMillan had a good game. He had 5 receptions for 81 yards, 7 targets. Tremble, Hubbard, Leggett had 4 targets, 1 reception for 8 yards. I mean, look, the defense did what they had to do. Are they playing good? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If we can let the Panthers drop 31 points on our defense, we got a lot of questions that need to be answered. And, The pressure was doing okay. McVay's going to talk about how pressure is not, sacks. He doesn't care about the sacks. He's just covering up for the Rams front seven at this point. We had how many sacks? We had 2 sacks the entire game. And they lost their left tackle at the beginning of the game. So when you're going to come and tell me that we don't care about pressure, but at the same time we're not getting sacks. And I think they had what? They had 2 sacks, I think. They had 2 sacks. They had 1 sack. No, hold on. They had 1 sack. Our run game was having a hard time. But you know what? I'm going to give McVay credit because he stuck to the run. We had 29 attempts, 2 by Stafford, 3 by Puka, 11 for Corum, 13 for Williams, 116 yards, 1 touchdown. Very respectful. I mean, it's not earth-shattering, but very respectful. At one point, I really thought the Panthers were going to win this game because we tend to let teams just kind of hang out with us. They just hang out, We don't seem to put them away. The only team that we seem to put away is the Cardinals, and I'm sorry. I love the Cardinals, but, no disrespect. But the only team that we seem to be putting away very easily with no problems is the Cardinals. We can't play the Cardinals every single week to put teams away. We have to be able to put teams away and actually control the time of possession. The one thing that they were talking about during the game was the Panthers won a lot of games when their opponents had the ball for 8 possessions or less. And the last time we played them, I think it was week 11 or week 13, we held the ball for 8 possessions, and we lost that game. One of them was the pick 6 that they got on us, and that made the difference for them in the game. But we don't know how to put teams away. And at this point, I don't know who we're playing. I think we're playing, as of right now, I think we're playing the Seahawks again. And the one thing that really kind of caught my attention was McVay kind of got away from the 13 personnel where he had 3 tight ends for a while until the fourth quarter, where it was like, okay, we got time to put on big boy shoes and start scoring touchdowns, because we can't just let them hang out with us. And then now they're gaining momentum. The stadium, the fans are back in the game, and the Panthers were feeding off of it. And then the next thing you know, we're down 24-20. And the other thing, too, is that the Rams, McVay, decided to go for it on 4th down in the second quarter, right before halftime. And the moment that we didn't, I was like, please go for a field goal. And the moment he decided not to go for it, and we missed that field goal, and then they go and score a touchdown, I knew then and there that this is going to be a long game. I knew that field goal that we didn't make, that we didn't take a chance to do, is going to come back and haunt us. And it did, because when they were up 31-27, had we scored that field goal, it would be 31-30. Now, again, I feel like we are all traumatized from having our kickers miss field goals. I remember back in 2019 where we had Greg Zuerlein when we were playing at Seattle. And it was like 30-31 or something like that. And Greg goes for it for a field goal, and it was like it hits the post or it goes wide right. I don't remember. But we ended up losing this game. And then against the Niners earlier this season, what was it, 23-23? And we're going to go for a field goal, and then we miss it. And we had the other kicker. I forgot his name, actually. Meevan has been doing great. But we need to instill some sort of confidence in him that, hey, listen, we're going to go for a field goal, kind of take an extra lead before halftime. We can't continue going for it on 4th down and then miss on these precious 3 points that seem to be the difference maker every time we play a game. Every time we play a game, it's always down to 3 points. And I don't know what the hell's going on with the special teams. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Engel, the guy who they just signed to their practice squad, they activated him from the practice squad about 2 weeks ago. On that replay, on that block punt, it was him. He literally lets the guy go. He just kind of little simple block. and lets the guy go. And then they block the punt. What are we doing? We hire this other assistant. We make one of our coaches, a co-special teams coach, and we're still having problems with the punts. I don't understand it. Now, on the positive note, we did recover a punt. That was one of the things. I mean, they had so many mistakes on offense. It was that third down where Bryce Young threw the ball to Hubbard, I think it was. Who was it? Or ETN? It was either Hubbard or ETN. And it was third down. He had nobody with him, and he just drops the football. So they had a lot of mistakes. They had a lot of mistakes. That interception by Bryce Young helped us out. The fumble on the punt, although we didn't get anything out of it. But again, the Rams like to raise your blood pressure, and they do a damn good job at it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the offense here real quick. Matthew Stafford, 57%, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, I didn't see the interception that he threw. I stepped away from the TV for 1 second. He throws an interception. I didn't see it by the time I got back to the TV, so I don't know how it happened. I'm going to have to watch the highlights on that. But Kyren Williams, respectful, 13 attempts, 57 yards, 4.4, 4.5 for Corum. Let me take a look here at ESPN because I feel like NFL.com is using technology back from the 70s. Their information seems to not make any sense whatsoever. So let's see here. Where are the player? There we go. All right. Okay. Yeah. 4.1 for Corum, 4.4 for Kyren. The run game wasn't that, it was very hard to come by. I mean, 8 yards is the longest that you had in the game. It's not something to brag about, but it's not bad, right? On the other end, Bryce Young, he had a decent game. 264 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He got sacked twice, but he ended up scoring on that on the rush for the touchdown. We did a good job limiting the run. I think that was a big difference from the first time that we played them back in week 13, where they were just literally running down our throat and we couldn't do anything about it, right? We couldn't stop them. They were just running and running and running down our throat, and we couldn't do anything about them. And so I'm kind of glad that we kind of stiffened up a little bit on the run, but my goodness, man, we have to do a much better job. We can't let Jalen Coker. Who's Jalen Coker? Let me see if I can click on his name here. Jalen Coker had 394 yards the entire season. The entire season. Had 3 touchdowns the entire season. And then we come in today and he's having a ball. 134 yards. That's a third. That's a third of his total receiving yards for the entire year against us. And we traded for McCreary from the Titans. I mean, we got Darius Williams. We got Witherspoon. We got number 14. What's his name? My goodness. I'm just having a brain fart. Colby Durant. What are we doing? And Roger McCreary. What are we doing? How are they getting open? And again, I'm not a defensive coach. I don't know anything. I'm just a fan that likes to talk about the team after the game. I don't know anything about anything. I'm just saying, why are they getting open? And along a 52, what are we doing? What are we doing wrong that we can allow Jalen Coker to catch a 52-yard bomb down the field? 12 targets. I don't know. McMillan is a baller. I'll tell you that right now. The dude is a baller, and he's going to be a superstar for the Panthers for a long time. Xavier Legette, I don't know what happened to him, but he had that one rookie season, and then ever since then, he hasn't done anything, I think. I don't know if they. Let's go to stats here. He had a decent 84 targets, almost 500 yards. He actually regressed, but again, it was the rise of McMillan, so can't really blame him there. Puka is a dog. We all know that. Puka, 10 receptions, 111 yards, 1 touchdown, a long of 18 targets. Devontae with that one drop at the last drive. He had a couple of drops today. 13 targets, 5 receptions for 72 yards, no touchdowns, but that's okay. It's his first game back. I'm hoping for some sort of cohesiveness to come back. Tyler Higbee, definitely huge catch, 36-yard long, 3 targets, 2 receptions. Colby Parkinson, thank God he caught that touchdown at the end, man. He had a lot of dropped footballs against that Seahawks game that I'll never forgive him for, but he kind of made up for it today. 3 targets, 2 receptions, 34 yards with a touchdown. Kyron Williams with the beautiful touchdown catch that he got. 2 receptions, 2 targets, and the same thing for Blake, 2 and 2. I mean, again, they were kind of like underneath passes, right, short, 5-yard, receptions, gains, and all that. So nothing really too crazy about that. But my goodness, Troy Reader, he got a lot of hate because they kept him instead of that linebacker, the rookie linebacker that the Rams drafted. And I remember McVay was talking about Troy's going to be on special teams and his experience. And so enjoy your moment, Troy. He got 1 reception. He recovered the football here off of that reception. But Cam Curl, he allowed that 1 touchdown catch at the end of the game. 1 QB hit, 10 total tackles, 5 solo. Landman had a decent game. Quentin Lake, good to see him back. I feel like give him one more game. I mean, and this is kind of his warm-up game, right? Give him one more game, and then he'll be fine. Emmanuel Forbes, he got burned on a couple receptions to McMillan. Hopefully he continues to get better. Cameron Kinchins, he does what he does. Braden Fisk with the 1 sack. Omer Spates, decent. Puda Ford with the 1 sack, very nice. I mean, they ended up converting on a first down anyway. It doesn't really matter. But still, overall, I mean, we have to do a better job on special teams. Special teams, we cannot let it get, blocked. And also Xavier Smith with that 1 punt that was punted. And the ball started rolling on the ground, and he didn't know whether to take it. I mean, it was in motion, but it was towards him, right? So the ball kind of like bounced on the field, and it kept rolling. And he could have taken the football and just started running. Could have done that, but he didn't. He was like, my bad. We all saw it. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, Ethan had a really decent game, 45 average. I thought Ethan was going to be a really, really good punter. He's a decent punter. You look at his averages. I mean, Sam Martin with a bomb, almost 60 yards, 54.3 average. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, I'm just very happy. I'm very happy that we finally won against the Panthers, man. That was going to be like something that it was going to haunt us if we had lost to the Panthers again. You know what I mean? That was going to be a bad thing if that was to happen again. 21 first down for both. Third down efficiency, 3 for 13, terrible. 5 of 12. We went for it, 1 for 2. They were in for on 4th down, 0 for 3, and thank God that they did not convert. Total yards, 411. 14 total drives, which is more than they are usually allowed for the Panthers. Yards per play, 5.7. Passing, 295. Man, penalties are going to be a killer. If we don't clean ourselves up with the penalties, I mean, that 1 pass interference against Quentin Lake, I don't know if it was an actual pass interference. He was saying it was uncatchable. The replay doesn't show how far was the ball located when it was thrown near Quentin Lake. So, tomato, we don't know. I don't know. I thought it was uncatchable because I couldn't see the football in the frame. Usually when you're watching the replay and they're showing you the football, you would see like kind of coming down, but I didn't see the football, so I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, I don't know. We have a lot to clean up here, especially on defense. The defense side of the ball, total yards is 333, but they were in the game the entire time. I mean, there was no point. The only point of the game where I thought maybe we are actually going to dominate and win this game comfortably is when we are up 14-0, and I don't know, looking back on this game, Panthers are a good team. I don't know if they're just good when they play against us, but from what I've seen today, they're a good team, and their defense is solid. I think that they were not the same after their left tackle went out with the injury in the first half. But other than that, we can't let a team like that continue to hang out with us. I mean, point differential on the season, they scored 311 points and they allowed 380 points. I mean, explain that to me. And we were the number one scoring offense, and we're like, I don't know, like the top 10 scoring defense at 346, and we scored 518 points. And we were struggling against the Panthers, who allowed 380 points. So, again, I'm happy. I'm happy that we won the game today. We move on to the next round, divisional round. I don't know if we're playing Seattle yet. It really depends on tonight's game. If Green Bay wins, I think they'll play Seattle. If Green Bay loses, then we'll go ahead and I think we'll play Philadelphia. I don't know. I don't know what the playoff picture is going to look like, but yeah, I'm just excited that we won the game. To be honest, I'm just very, very excited. I'm very happy that we won the game. Kind of get the monkey off your back. You know what I mean? Get the monkey off your back. But yeah, I mean, here, let me just share my screen again real quick. So right now, the Packers are losing 3-0 here against the Bears. So let's see. We're the 5 seed, so we beat the Panthers, right? So if the Packers beat the Bears and the Niners beat the Eagles, we'll host the Niners, and Seahawks will host the Packers. If the Bears win and the Eagles win, then I think that we will play the Bears and the Eagles. No, wait. We'll play the Seahawks and the Eagles will play the Bears. So that's what we're looking at right now. I don't know what that's going to be like. At this point, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm just happy that we got this monkey off our back, because if the Panthers would have won, I think that would have changed the Rams organization in a big way, because you can't have the number one scoring offense and then you go against the Panthers and just lay an egg like that. But I think hopefully Kevin Dotson comes back next week. I gotta read up on that, see what's going on with that. Hopefully he comes back next week. Quentin Lake is back already. He played today. I think he had a good game, not a great game. He was really, really good when he tipped that football, and then Colby Durant caught it. That was the interception. I think that also helps out a lot. So we'll give him this game as a warm-up, and the next game, hopefully, be back at full speed, playing the way it should be played. But other than that, I'm just excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen over the weekend. I'm excited to see who's going to continue advancing, and I feel like the Rams are as confident as ever. We are, if we can get Kevin Dotson back, I don't know. I mean, we went to the Seahawks and we were playing without Devontae, without Tyler, and we were in 13 personnel the entire time, but our defense let us down. So I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm excited about it. Go Rams. Whose house? Rams house. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And hopefully I'll make another video next week when we talk about the Rams game. Anyway, take care, everybody. Peace.